everybody, long time no see. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in beautiful San Diego, California, where it's like high 60s, low 70s, and a sunny day, and absolutely beautiful. And it's really great to be back here, and it's really great to be home. We've been doing a lot of traveling lately. And there we go, I am live, just double checking. So I'll catch you up on that. We did some traveling first I went to Cancun with my upline, Peggy Noe. I think I posted a lot of stuff. Hey Roz, good to see you. And whoever else is on here, you're the only one whose name popped up. With my upline, Peggy Noe, we went on the Stampin' Up tour to a lovely 5-star resort in Cancun. That was for people who have sold a certain amount through Stampin' Up, which I did not do, but Peggy's husband did not want to go, so I got to go. And after that, and I'm supposed to tell you, less than 1% of people who are demonstrators on Stampin' Up actually get to that level. So maybe I can earn my own trip someday. But that was a lot of fun and pampering, and we got to see some interesting things and just hang out by the pool and meet some people, which was nice. And then my husband joined me for a couple days, not there. We went just somewhere in downtown Cancun. Did a little sightseeing in Cancun itself, and then the two of us went to Cuba for 6 days, and that was kind of eye-opening. It's a pretty poor country. Hey Doris, good to see you. And came back here for a real short week and a half. I think I saw you once during then. And then we went to my mom's 90th birthday near Sacramento, California, and then on to Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Park, and then another event. My cousin's twins had their bar and bat mitzvah. So we've been quite busy and all that driving up and down. But it was so good to just get home and get back into my little stamping routine, at least for this week. And then I'm off again for a week, so I won't see you next week, but the week after that we'll get a little bit more regular because I need to go back up to Sacramento to help my dad with some surgery he's having. So, like I said, this is a brief week back. Hopefully you guys have noticed that what's going on right now is a wonderful sale. All stamp and punch bundles are an extra 10% off. So, when you combine your stamp set with a punch or a die set. Hi Beatrice, good to have you here. You actually get already 10% off, and now you get an extra 10% off, and that's just till the end of the month. And I know some of them are on back order, but they'll be back. Some of the dies are on back order, like the Lily Pond die. I can't remember which else, but they will be back before the end of the month, so kind of keep an eye on that. And this set that we're working with today, I believe, is on low inventory. The dots that go with the Mediterranean Blooms set are on back order till, I believe, July 1st. But let's dive into that. Oh, and there's some new kits. You can only see these if you go to stampinup.com. There's some new kits which are gorgeous. Especially one with lots of like wildflowers and such. As well as if you're a demonstrator, you can now pre-order some things that are going to be online exclusives. And I've got those pre-ordered. I don't have them yet to show you, but I will next time. Peggy and I are going to be doing a retreat on July 14th. Here at my house. If you're in the Southern California area, let me know, and I'll send you some info. And if you're not, we can send everything by mail. So the retreat's going to be $55. We're going to be using the new Iconic set, which has iconic something, I can't remember now. And it has stuff for holidays. It also even has things that you can use for other holidays like Valentine's Day, etc. And I think it's just a really well-rounded set. And the whole suite itself is only $67, but for $55 in our at home or in person retreat is you're gonna get the stamp set, you're gonna get half a pack of the paper, you're gonna get a whole pack of the embellishments that go with it, and some ribbon. So if you want to be involved in that, let me know, because we're going to order right smack dab on July 3rd so that we can make sure everybody's getting some, because sometimes these real popular things run out. So let me put you down for a sec, and we are going to be working again with my favorite bundle suite in the new annual catalog, which is Mediterranean Blooms, which includes these citrus blooms. I used them last time too, but today we're going to use something different. We are going to use this really pretty set right here. So hold on a sec. You guys get to decide. Oh wait, first I want to show you the other thing in there. These beautiful, what are they called? Opal Rounds assortment that has the navy, the clear, and the yellow in 2 different sizes. And then the other thing that's in the Mediterranean Blooms is this really pretty paper, which I guess goes this way. I absolutely love. Notice that there is directionality to this paper. And on the back, they are all blue and white. And they are so, so pretty. Both the front and the back are just gorgeous. Okay, so today we're going to use a couple different papers, and you guys get to decide which card we're going to make. So if you look at it right like this, these look like the same card, correct? One card is a fairly simple card. The other card, that's the trick here, is actually a fun fold. Whoops. So you open it like that, and then this opens like that, and you can just see both sides of the paper. So which one would you like, fun fold or basic? Hey Janine, so glad you could join me. Fun fold or basic, guys? I need some help here. Now you got a minute here. Well, I guess you don't really, because I can't really go ahead until you tell me which one you think would be more fun today. And I'll tell you, one of these, the fun fold one, we are going to use in my class. So you're getting a little sneak peek of the class that's coming up. Always love fun folds. Okay, fun folds wins. Bye-bye, simple card. You lose. Okay, I think what makes it even more fun is until you open it up, you don't even realize it's a fun fold. Okay, so we're going to start with garden green, just a regular 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And then we are going to take this, really cool die, and we are going to cut it out of the front of the card. So let's get this up here. Now I want to show you something about this. If you're going to use this whole piece like this, you may have to run it back and forth a few times. I'm going to try to you'll notice it's not straight across. That just makes it a little bit easier to run it through. And the other thing I want to show you is this die, because you can it actually fits in here. And you can do them both together. I'm not actually using this right now, so I'm not going to, but you can run them through together or separate. So let's look straight. Yes. Run this through. On this one, you do want to go back and forth, and I even found that I'm going to do this twice and move it just a little. I did find on this one that sometimes this intricate leaf pattern, see, I'm just turning it a little bit, whoops, didn't cut all the way through. It was usually just like 1 or 2 leaves, so I ended up cutting them myself, but this time I kind of wanted to just make sure we weren't going to have problems, so that's why I did run it through twice. And then we do end up with some stuff that we just have to see what I meant by you don't have to use that little one. So we do have a few things that need to pop out here. But see how easy that was since I ran it through twice? Wow, I'm gonna have to remember to do that because that was a piece of cake to do by doing it twice. Okay, so next step is I have a piece that is 4 by 10.5 of this pretty yellow flowered paper, and it is directional. So you really want to just fold it in half and notice the direction. You could score it, but since I was going to do the other card and then I kind of went, yeah, they might want this fun fold, I just kind of grabbed this. And didn't bother to score it. And that's going to just fit right in here like that. So before I forget it and put it on upside down, let's just do that. And the fun part too is it's a little bit of a surprise. Well, Janine was one of my buddies in Cancun. She and her daughter. Isn't that a cool little thing? So it's fun to see you on here today, Janine. And then why don't we just finish the inside since that's what we're sitting here looking at. I have a piece that's 5 by 3 3/4. And that's just gonna fit right in here. And what I'm gonna do is stamp it with a couple of those little flowers in Daffodil Delight. There's Daffodil Delight in here as well as Lemon Lolly, but I'm finding the Lemon Lolly is kind of light when I'm stamping with it. I wanted to be able to see it there. So let's put that on the inside. Of our card. All right, now for the front. So for the front, I think since I have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment here. This is one of the dies from Unbounded Love, which has just been such a fun die set to be using. The words are great. The dies are great. And I'm using the one from the sentiment is still from the Citrus Bloom. It says you're the best kind of person. And I'm going to actually stamp it kind of towards the side here. Because then when we attach it over here, I'm actually going to cut it off. I suppose we could do that now. An important thing on this is because you want them to be able to open this, you do not want to put a bunch of glue or anything on here. What I recommend you do is put glue directly on here where you're going to need it, and then on a few of these leaves, just a teeny amount, should be plenty. And watch the amount, because you do not want it gushing through to the other side here. Okay, and then take your scissors and trim that down. Okay, so let's keep those scissors going, because I kind of just cut out one of the lemons from this piece of paper that just has tons of lemons. I suppose you could use one that has two even. I found those lemons kind of big to think about using actually in a card. And these lemons, so I have one with two. Oh, I didn't even notice that that's what I grabbed this time. My other ones had just the one. The oranges, the bunches of oranges, I'll show you in a minute when I'm done. On the other paper, do cut out with one of the dies, but this one does not. This one gets to be fussy cutted. Now remember, when you fussy cut, you're moving the paper, not your scissors. I'm trying to go a little fast here, so probably if I was more careful, I could do a better job. And then I also cut out one of these little flowers that's in between all these. There's a lot of these little flowers. I thought about sticking them inside because they're so cute. But then I realized I would want a whole bunch, and I wasn't going to sit and cut out a whole bunch, so hence the using the stamp. If you know me at all, you know I'm kind of a DSP hoarder, and I just love this DSP. Went to Italy a few years ago with my kids, and there are lemons everywhere and the blue and white pottery and such, so I think that's part of the reason that I really like this set, is that it reminds me of that trip. And same thing here, I'm going to stick this down. I'll put a little dot in the center, but otherwise I'm going to put dots, I think, on here. Just so I don't get, again, glue gushing through. Whoops, let's make sure we can read that. And same thing with this one is, you know, if you're putting it on the other one, it's not going to matter as much because there's a whole white page behind. Oh, I do want to show you something. If you do want to do this one, which is just, you know, use a 4 1/4 by 5 piece of the garden green, I put it up on the foam strips all the way around. All right, so how are we going to do this? So this is going to have to go free, but we are going to want some little dots in very discrete areas. I am going to put a dot on the back of the stem. All right, let's see if that's enough to hold this thing down. I don't want it flying around, so I may have to hold it like this a little bit, just to make sure we are going to not have our lemons flying everywhere. I'm going to turn it over actually and see if I can get another couple little ones to stick. This will also help me to look for ones that are sticking up or have too much glue, which of course will mean that I get glue on my hands, but I do want the person to be able to open this when they see it. So that was pretty easy, huh? Open and then open. Fun, fun, fun. I want to show you that orange one that I was talking about. That orange piece of paper. I mean, obviously you could make this exactly the same way, only using the oranges, because this is the one that will cut out. Put that on. All these ones that have the 3 oranges on them, this will cut them all out. Let me try with the single orange one. That might actually cut them out too. So if you want to make your life easier, yep, you cut out the oranges instead of the lemons, but heck, I was into the lemons the day I made this. So this paper is way easier to use than the lemon paper. So that would be my recommendation for the next one. But for now, we got this. And if we want to make it even simpler, we just do it with a regular card. So what do you guys think? I just love the Mediterranean Blooms. I think they're so pretty. I think they make gorgeous cards. That's why I'm having a class with it. And I will not be here next Monday, but I will be here the following Monday, and then we'll get back into a little bit more regular. I have this whole stack of other things from the annual catalog that I haven't even had a chance to play with yet, and I want to share with you guys. So let me know if there's anything you need. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 Mondays from now. Take care, everybody. Whoops, I guess I can say bye this way. I don't know why I didn't put you back up before. And thanks for watching. Thank you, Doris. And as always, if you go to my blog, stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com, in about an hour or so, I will have all the directions up in case you missed some of it. So take care. Bye.